Time now for a check of the top business news stories. I'm joined by Cole Stangler. Hi there, Cole.
Hey, Tom.
Let us begin by taking a look at what sort of a start the markets have got off to this week.
Yeah, that's right. So in the U.S., investors really hoping for a rebound after last week's declines that we saw following the Fed signaling it's prepared to consider a hike in interest rates. As you can see here, Wall Street with a better start to the week. Now gains on the Dow Jones nearing 2% there, gains on the S&P 500 and on the tech-heavy NASDAQ up around 0.8%. Major European indexes also seeing gains earlier in the day. As you can see there, shares on the CAC 40 up around 0.5%. Gains in London, Frankfurt, and Milan as well. Next to China, where authorities are ramping up their crackdown on Bitcoin. Over the weekend, officials in Sichuan province called on power companies to stop supplying electricity to all cryptocurrency mines. Meanwhile, China's central bank said it's met with lenders to ensure they're enforcing an existing ban on handling crypto trades. That's been in place since 2013, but the scrutiny today is much greater in a country responsible for more than half of all Bitcoin production worldwide. Thomas Waterhouse takes a closer look.
At midnight local time on Sunday, the plug was pulled in Sichuan. The power supply to all of the energy-guzzling crypto mines in the Chinese province was cut. That development came after 26 mines were ordered to close in the southwestern pocket on Friday. Authorities also ordered local governments to conduct a dragnet-style investigation to locate and shut mines, with the Global Times newspaper reporting that last week's closures have resulted in the shutting down of over 90% of the country's Bitcoin mining capacity. The move comes after China's State Council revealed last month that it would be tightening the screws on the whole industry. And this Monday, the central bank announced that it had recently convened a meeting with other financial institutions, including the payment platform Alipay, and had urged them to get tougher to enforce the government's ban.
Speculative trading in virtual currencies roils economic and financial order, spawns the risk of criminal activity such as illegal asset transfers and money laundering, and endangers people's wealth. As well as the financial risks linked to cryptocurrency, this broadened crackdown has also been triggered by environmental concerns, with crypto mining expected to use 0.6% of the world's total electricity production this year. The crackdown also paves the way for China to bring in its own digital currency, allowing the central government to better monitor transactions. Tests of that currency began back in March.
Meanwhile, European Central Bank Chief Christine Lagarde spoke to a commission in EU Parliament this afternoon. She underlined how the pandemic continues to weigh on the economy, saying now is not the time to move towards a hike in interest rates. As to why, she noted Europe's recovery is in a very different phase from that of the United States.
United States and Europe are clearly at in a different situation. They're in a different situation in terms of the cycle. They're in a different situation in terms of inflation, and they're in a different situation in terms of inflation expectations.
And finally, Germany is launching an antitrust investigation into Apple. After receiving a number of complaints, the country's Federal Cartel Office says it's going to first look into whether the firm has, quote, a paramount significance across markets. After that, it'll look into specific practices. Apple is the fourth U.S. tech giant to face such a probe in Germany, something Berlin says is all about ensuring there's fair competition in the marketplace. And Tom, really part of growing scrutiny we're seeing on big tech worldwide and also in the European Union, where we're seeing more and more actions being taken on the antitrust level against big tech.
Yep, I don't think we've heard the last of that. Thank you very much indeed. Cole Stangler from our business desk. Thank you so much for bringing us up to speed. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Do stay with us here on France 24.